All right, today we are taking a tour inside the most complex, most efficient organization on the entire planet. And you know what? It's the one that runs you. We're talking about your nervous system, the ultimate command center that coordinates every single thing you do, think, and feel.
So let's just start with a really basic question. As you're sitting there listening to me, who's actually in charge? I mean, who's processing all this information, keeping your heart beating, and letting you even form a thought about it? Well, the answer is this vast, intricate corporation headquartered right inside you.
Okay, so here's our tour itinerary for today. We're going to start with the big picture, understand the system's overall mission. Then we'll meet the employees, the actual cells doing the work. After that, we'll visit corporate headquarters, check out the massive communication network. And finally, we'll look at the two main operational divisions.
Right. Let's kick things off at the very top. I want you to think of this as the official corporate charter for Nervous System Incorporated, the master controller that runs the entire show.
This right here, this is basically the mission statement for our corporation. It's a four-part process that is running constantly, every millisecond of your life. It's receiving data, like how warm the room is. It's integrating that with what you already know. Then it's transforming it into a plan. And finally, transmitting commands to take action. It's just wild.
So every great corporation has two key parts, right? You've got a central headquarters and then a huge network of field agents. And it's no different here. The central nervous system, the CNS, that's corporate HQ, the brain and spinal cord where all the big decisions get made. And the peripheral nervous system, or PNS, is that network of field agents and messengers connecting HQ to every single part of the body.
So what's this corporation built out of? Well, its employees, of course. No organization can function without its workforce. And in the nervous system, that's a team of incredibly specialized cells.
So let's meet the star employee, the neuron. These are the functional units, the high-speed messengers of your body. Literally every thought, every movement, every single sensation is thanks to these little cells firing electrical signals at unbelievable speeds.
But here's the thing. Neurons don't work alone. Not even close. For every messenger, there's a vital support crew, the glial cells. While the neurons get all the glory for sending the signals, glial cells are the true unsung heroes. They provide structure, nutrition, and protection, basically making sure the messengers can actually do their job.
And just look at this job description. This shows you just how crucial that support crew is. I mean, they're the maintenance team, the security guards, the nutritionists, and the repair crew all rolled into one. It's amazing. Without these glial cells, the whole communication network would just fall apart.
All right, time to head into the executive suites. We're now taking a closer look at the central nervous system, corporate HQ itself.
Inside HQ, you've got two main components. First, the brain. That's the C-suite where all the strategy is formed. And second, you've got the spinal cord. I want you to think of this as the main fiber optic trunk line running out of headquarters, carrying a massive amount of information to and from the rest of the organization.
Yeah, this is where the magic happens. The CNS is like the data analysis department, the strategic planning committee, and the operations manager all at once. It analyzes all the incoming field reports, it coordinates every physical response, it handles all the high-level thinking, and it regulates all the background processes that keep the corporation running smoothly.
Okay, let's step out of headquarters for a minute and explore that vast network connecting it to the rest of the world. This is the peripheral nervous system, made up of all those field agents and communication cables.
So what even is a nerve, really? Well, think of it like a heavy-duty data cable. You start with one single tiny wire, an axon. That little wire gets its own protective wrapping. Then you bundle a bunch of those wrapped wires together and you wrap that whole bundle again. And finally, all of those bundles get wrapped one last time in this tough, durable outer layer. This triple-layered protection is just an incredible piece of engineering.
So part of this incredible network includes 12 pairs of cranial nerves. And these are special. These are the direct lines that connect straight from the brain to places like your eyes, your ears, your nose, your face. Think of them as the executive hotlines.
And then you've got the 31 pairs of spinal nerves. These are the cables that branch off from that main trunk line, the spinal cord, to reach literally every other part of your body, from your shoulders all the way down to your toes.
And here's just a quick look at how those 31 pairs are divvied up. As you can see, they're not spread out evenly. The thoracic region, which covers your torso, has the most connections, making sure this absolutely critical area is fully wired into the central network.
And for our last stop on the tour, let's look at how our corporation is organized functionally. Because that peripheral network, it's split into two major operational divisions, and it all depends on whether you're consciously in control or not.
So on one side, you have the somatic system. This is the conscious action division. When you decide to snap your fingers or kick a ball or take a step, that's this division at work. But on the other side is the autonomic system, the automatic operations division. This is the part that just runs on autopilot, controlling your heartbeat, your digestion, your breathing, all without you ever having to think about it.
You know, this quote really says it all when it comes to the autonomic system. It's the silent, incredibly reliable manager that keeps the lights on and the most critical systems running 24/7, completely, totally independent of your conscious will. Thank goodness for that, right?
So let's just put it all together. You've got the CNS at the top, corporate headquarters, issuing commands. Those commands travel down to the PNS, our massive network, which splits into two divisions. You have the somatic division for all your conscious actions, and then the autonomic division, managing everything else on autopilot. It is a seamless and just breathtakingly complex operation.
And that leaves us with the final thought to chew on. We've just toured this incredible system that coordinates trillions of actions every second just to create the experience of being you. So, what happens to the entire corporation when just one of its millions and millions of connections breaks? It really makes you appreciate the profound importance of every single wire.